She was being really silly as we were getting this next part started. I did go ahead and let her have a break while I cut and peeled all the apples. So she went in the living room and watched a show, and I finished peeling and cutting the apples. Whether or not you give your child a break will depend on your child and how interested they are in this whole process. So let's see what happened next.
All right, Cece, so look, we have all of our apples in here and they're peeled and sliced. So we're gonna draw another picture right here. I want you to draw, you can draw it here and here what the apples look like inside the pot. You see them? There you go. And this one, right here.
So I actually forgot to have her draw during one of the steps, which is fine.
Nice, and you can put
She
some
didn't
here
even
too.
notice.
There we go.
I have been giving her the crayon to use, but
now that we've got those in there, now we're ready to put the ingredients in for applesauce. Are you ready? So first you're gonna put some water. So here's the water. You're gonna pour it in.
So that
nice work.
Be in charge of
and
adding
then we're gonna put in some cinnamon. You ready? Can you dump that cinnamon in? Yeah, cinnamon. You want to taste the cinnamon? Here, you can taste it from the bag. From the bag. So just take your finger. Lick your finger.
One of the really great things about cooking with kids
put it
is
in here.
that
now lick your finger
they
again.
can taste spices
Got
and
it?
other things.
Okay.
That really helps.
No, not on that. All right, now
increases the probability
you
that
draw a picture for me of what the apples look like now with all this stuff on them. Right here. Nice work.
So
all right, we're going to put our apple CC in the Instant Pot.
Come
here and you can help me put the lid on. Turn it off.
Stovetop. I'm using the Instant Pot because it's super fast and I love it. If you don't have an Instant Pot, it's really not a big deal. You can do this in a crock pot. You can also do it on the stovetop. And
there it goes.
with the videos this week, I put the recipe has all 3 options on it.
Pressure cook.
So feel free to do it however you want. She was excited about helping me push the buttons.
And there we go. 8. And then we'll be back in a little bit to do the rest, right? Okay, so the Instant Pot's done, but we're gonna let it go a few more minutes. And while that's doing that, we're gonna glue some of the apple seeds on your print. Now the paint is still wet, so you don't want to touch.
While
Here,
we
you're
were
gonna grab a
making
seed,
this, and we had all
and
these
I'm gonna
seeds,
put
and
a
I
little
thought
dot
it would be
of
really fun for
glue.
her to glue some
And then you're gonna put your seed right on top of the glue. There you go.
her
Good
apple
job.
prints. You can do
You
this
wanna
with
put
your
one on
child
that
if you
apple?
want. You don't have to. And of course, you can let them have more control over the glue. If I hadn't been making a video, I probably would have let the paint dry a little bit longer before we did this, because there was still quite a bit of paint on the paper.
All right, let's put one
This
there.
is a great thing to do while the apples are cooking. One more activity.
Right here. Let go. Oh, is it trying to stick to you?
Behind me there, I have an immersion blender. You do not have to have an immersion blender. You can use a regular blender, a food processor, or even a potato masher. All of those things will work to take your cooked apples and make them into applesauce.
On this one. And one here on this one. Do another one on this one.
You can see she's super focused on this. She really liked doing this part of the activity. It was really fun for her to pick up the apple seeds, and it's great fine motor muscle building to pick up those teeny tiny seeds and drop them.
Your seeds on your apples, and that will dry. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the knob, Cece, and there's gonna be a lot of steam that comes out. Are you ready to see that? Okay, here we go.
She tends to get a little worried about loud noises.
This is a special kind of cooker, and it pushes everything together. And that pushing makes lots of heat. When it's all done blowing, then I can take the lid off, and I'll pour all this stuff in here, and then we'll use my immersion blender to blend it up. Listen. Okay, so that's the noise that's going to make. See that right there? Those are knives. So you don't ever want to touch that part, okay, because there's knives there. So this is almost done.
Anytime that you have time to wait is a great time to give them more information.
Looks like our apples are all done.
Loves to have a lot of information, so I tell
I'm
her
going to use
as much
my
as
hot
I
pad because
possibly
it's
can.
very, very hot. It's very, 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 very hot.
I am transferring
all of it
the
is very
apples
hot.
into
So that's
another
one
bowl
reason why I'm
because
putting
the
it in this
Instant
other
Pot
bowl so that you don't
is
actually
so hot.
accidentally touch the hot part. Are you trying to blow the steam away?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Let's go in the apples at this point.
Can you put your placemat back down so I can put the bowl down?
Because when you
Because you're going to help me do the blending, okay?
Pretty good consistency.
So don't touch the bowl.
You could drain some of the water if you
hold up
wanted
here.
to have it a little bit thicker.
Is that fun to watch? Really, really good. Nice work, Cece. Now it's still really hot. Do you see all the steam coming out? It smells good. Okay, so I'm going to put some in your bowl, and then while it's cooling off, we're going to do a little bit more drawing, okay? Can you see the little bits of brown cinnamon in there?
Yummy.
Yeah, it looks delicious, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll put that there so it can cool. That's hot. Hot, hot, hot. Move this over here. And then we're going to do a little bit more drawing while we wait for that to cool off a little bit.
Let's do it first.
So can you do a picture of us blending the apples? I gave you a gray one so you can draw the tall straight blender if you want.
Or sharp.
You want to draw a tall straight blender that's going up and down? Good job. And you want to put some apples underneath?
Is comfortable. So that's why I decided to do this in the dining room instead of the
now,
kitchen.
Do you want to draw the applesauce? What does it look like?
She
What color is it?
reach everything.
It's yellow, huh? And then it has little dots of brown. Go ahead and make a whole mash of yellow down here. Do a whole bunch of yellow. There you go. And then look, you can do the dots with the brown. Oh, let's do coloring with the yellow. There we go. Now can you do some gentle dots of brown? Can you do gentle dots?
That applesauce was
Are you all done?
incredibly
That
hot.
looks great, Cece. Look at all that drawing you did. So we have the apple, peeled apples, and cut apples. The apples while they were cooking, blending the apples up, and then finally the applesauce.
Young children are very focused on
so
the
this is
process
still kind of
and not so
warm.
much the product.
I'm gonna touch it.
So it's important to
that's
show
still really
them
hot.
what they've done when it's over because they might not
Let's get a
even
spoonful of it.
see the whole thing until you point out what they've accomplished.
Want to blow? Let me test it.
You could see how proud she
Still
was when
really
she looked
hot.
at the whole
Really,
paper.
really hot.
Took me a really long time to cool off just that even that tiny little
I think
bit.
it's just
of
warm now.
sauce.
Want to try it? Smells good. How does it taste? Is it yummy?
Yeah.
Is it still really hot? So we'll have to wait for it to cool off some more before you eat the whole thing. But then we're all done. Can you say goodbye to everybody?
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
So thanks for watching the apple video. I hope that this is helpful to you when you're doing all of these activities with your kids. I know this is a lot of stuff to do, but I also know that you guys are awesome and you are going to totally rock this. Have fun.